this guy's a member or not, would please address him. Okay, Dr. Morse videos, he says, oh, this is it. Says berries are good for your cells because they are alkaline forming. But in his book, well, berries are listed as acid forming, but really most berries have an alkaline ash in the final analysis. So I've always said that if it has somewhat of a middle to slightly acidic or middle to slightly alkaline, that's okay, but it's so powerfully nutritious. I would be curious to see more studies done on the ash of foods after they're broken down and seeing if they leave an alkaline response in the body, like alkaline forming or not. Some of these I'm just going off of old charts because we brought in a whole bunch of charts since we have very little way to test it in terms of the ash, you know, seeing what that would be. Most things that are purple, though, are very, very alkaline. And you know what? I've never taken a pH paper and tested a blueberry. Might want to do that because some of us, and including myself, I'm guilty of this, feeding off of other people's charts sometimes because we just don't have the ways and means to do research on ourselves. And there's a lot, Marcy and I have been talking a lot. We're trying to get into some cadaver research and stuff. We got a lot of things we're wanting to do that are in research. And so that's a nice thing about Marcy having a younger brain here. And of course, a couple of us here wanting to get into some deeper understanding of things. And of course, all you guys on the Facebook and everything, you guys have got all the brains and everything out there. It's just exciting to me what we can put together and change, because Marcy and I are really changing the lymphatic system and how people are seeing it and how it's working. We're finding the old charts in the 1900s. We're finding things that have been excluded for some reason. And we're finding things that make sense. And of course, we want to do some cadaver work and stuff. Anyway, so I can just tell you that blueberries and all the berries are definitely going to be on the health side of life. If they're slightly acidic, okay. I know you ask about plums. I think prunes are a little acidic. Plums, I heard, is a little acidic. But I don't think they're highly acidic. I don't know. What you could do, again, is test your pH in your mouth. Of course, invoking alkaline saliva kind of nullifies, you know, kind of some of the chemistry there. So I don't know, you know. Let me know about that and what you guys find about the berries and how alkaline or acidic they are, that sort of thing, Nick. I'm not sure. You know, I know that that 3-doctorate professor I talk about sometimes from Canada considers the blueberry one of the most nutritious foods along with the banana. But I don't know. I think of blueberries, blackberries, and grapes, the darker ones, very high flavonoids, the richness of that, which is the vitamin C complexes, stuff like that, rich. So I don't know. I know that they're super good for you. I'm going to put them on the slightly alkaline, slightly acidic. Just depends, I guess, how they're picked, when they're picked. Because if you pick up a tart blueberry, you can tell that's a little acidic. And you pick up a ripe blueberry, very alkaline, very sweet. And I wonder if some of these pH factors were born out of unripe fruit. You know, because that's another thing. You can take an orange picked a little unripe or grown non-organically, and pick a navel that's grown organically, and the richness, the sweetness is so different that you don't get this acid twang. And I think that always when you pick a citrus fruit unripe, you feel the acid twang, understanding that ripening is an alkaline stage. It gives you the flavor and the desire to eat it. You know, that's why the flavorfulness of the fruits to propel man to eat it, since he has a palate that likes different flavors. He's more bred to the different flavors of fruits because vegetables have no flavors. And since we have a higher sensory perception, supposedly, then I suppose this is why we are frugivores and why fruits have such great flavors to them, grown properly, picked ripe. So it's possible that a lot of the pH factors we know are not correct because of this. So there's so much of that, but I have to say that just eating them is super good. I've had, you know, I have a massive, matter of fact, me and my grandson had a whole bunch of blueberries this morning. He was over and he pointed at the blueberries and I said, just getting ready to wash them, baby. So I don't know what else to tell you, Nick. I hope we can find better answers to that one.